few days ago, I made a video that talked about how we can think now about our choices that will contribute to our life being easier when we get older. And one of my viewers made a comment that said, I wish I could talk to my younger self. And that's what inspired this video. There is a way you can talk to your younger self, and this is something that I do all the time. Yes, all the time, every few days, in fact. So many years ago when I was in therapy, I learned the importance of developing a relationship with my inner child, that there were all of the parts of me that I've ever been still inside me. They are part of my psyche, and they will always be with me. All of the experiences, all of the thoughts, all of the feelings. And what I've learned over the years is that developing that relationship with my inner child and my inner teenager has made a massive difference. Now, you might be wondering why that is. So I'll tell you. It's because oftentimes when we have a fear of something, or if we're unsure of something, or if we find ourselves procrastinating, it could very well be that it's our younger self that is afraid, that doesn't want to do it for whatever reason, that is actually acting out in the moment now as an adult, that is subconsciously holding us back. So how have I developed this relationship with my inner child and my inner teenager? And how does it play out in my life in real time? What do I actually do? So the first way I started building this relationship was with a written dialogue. And it doesn't have to be a written dialogue. That's just the way that I did it. So what I used to do was I would write a question from my adult self, and I would put it to my inner child, and my inner child would answer. Now, this is something that doesn't need a whole lot of thought. It is actually there within you. It is just practice to bring it to the surface. So what you can do is in your journal, you can write down a question, and then you can answer it as though it was from your inner child. Another way you can do it in a written format is to use your dominant hand and your non-dominant hand to answer. That is another way, something I did a long time ago. The other way you can do it is just in your head. And now that is the way I do it all the time. So here's what that looks like on a day-to-day basis in my life. So I might be out in the garden, I might be driving into town, I might be going for a walk, I might be lying down relaxing, and either out loud or in my head, and mostly out loud, I will actually have a conversation with my inner 5-year-old and 15-year-old. Now, I'm going to play that out for you in a minute. But the reason I have a conversation with those two different parts is that my 5-year-old is very, very different to my 15-year-old. My 5-year-old was young and innocent and very playful and joyful, and wasn't, I guess, overcome or corrupted, for want of a better word, with all of the things that happen between the age of 5 and 12 for me. So my inner 5-year-old is a playful young girl. On the other hand, my inner 15-year-old is a terrified teenager. She has not long started high school. She lost her mother when she was 12. She is scared of everything. She has no confidence. She has no self-esteem. She doesn't like making decisions. She feels like she can't even make decisions. She goes along with everybody else because she doesn't have her own mind. She does things that she really doesn't want to do to make people love her. Well, to try to make people love her. Of course, that didn't actually work. But my inner 15-year-old was that shy, insecure young girl that was incredibly lost. So that's why I have the conversation with those two different parts. Now, I'll walk you through how I do this, but what I want you to know is that anybody can do this. You can do it. Anybody can do it. There is nobody that cannot do this. You all have this part of you, and like anything, if you want to learn to play tennis, you want to learn to play the piano, you want to learn how to do, fancy writing, you have to first learn and then you have to practice. And what you will find is if you learn how to do it and you practice, it will become automatic. So for me now, over the last 5 to 6 years, I have developed this relationship more and more and more, and I have practiced this more and more and more. And it has become automatic for me. So when I'm in the garden or in those other situations that I explained earlier, it will just come to me and I'll start talking away and I'll go, so my inner 5-year-old, I call her Kathryn. My inner 15-year-old, I call her Kat because that's my family nickname. And I'll just start up a conversation. I'll say, hey, Kat, how you doing, mate? And she likes to be called mate rather than darling. And I call Kathryn, my inner 5-year-old, darling because she likes to be called darling. And I'll say, hey, darling, how you doing? And she'll respond and I'm good, or this is going on, or that's going on. And more often than not, what I find is if I'm going to do something new, and something that I'm a little bit fearful of, a little bit unsure of, if I have a conversation with them both, my inner 5-year-old will go, oh, cool, that sounds really exciting. And my inner 15-year-old will go, oh, God, I don't like the sound of that. I'm really scared. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Who's going to be there? And I talk that through her as I would as if she was my child. Now, this is all part of what is called reparenting. And it's something that we can all do for ourselves as adults. And we can actually build back those things that we perhaps didn't get or didn't get enough of or didn't get the right type of interaction as a child or a teenager. So this works incredibly well. And it means now that when I do these things in my life that are new and I feel a bit unsure, I know what part of me that fear is coming from 9 times out of 10. And 9 times out of 10, it is my inner teenager. That part of me that was shy, insecure, had no confidence, doubted herself, felt lost in the world, and couldn't make a decision. So I hope you'll try this. And if you do, let me know in the comments because it has been incredibly life-changing for me. And I really hope that it will be for you too.